you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS family, roll up. Yo. What's going on, GMS family? Everybody, what's going on? Yo, I want to start off first and foremost with sending love, peace, positivity as always, like we love to do on this channel. I want to make sure I get everybody feeling right today. It is Monday. I know this is one of those days where it's like, man, fuck today, but it's never that. When you keep that GMS, man, that green mind state, man, keep that positivity in your aura, keep all that shit around you, just fucking feel great, man. I hope y'all in good spirits. And even if you're not, I hope you eventually get in good spirits today, and I hope your mood changes, man. So, we have some things to talk about today, and I want to make sure I get people's perspective on this for sure. Lady Arius, Allen, Shine, Harris, C. Mo in the building already. Appreciate y'all, man. We gonna talk about some shit that is just now heating up on socials right now. Marcus Speaks, what's happening? So, Nick Cannon was a guest today on the Breakfast Club, and he talked about some things. And people have been waiting. You know, Nick Cannon has been making his headlines in the media and shit because of certain things that he's been involved in. I'd like to say, what up, Marcus? What up, Black Light? Brandy, what's happening? And that's for the fact that he has multiple baby mothers and multiple children. Of course, if you have multiple baby mothers, you got multiple children. Anyway, whatever. But the thing is, it was happening consecutively, like back to back almost. And it started to become a trend. Like, what the fuck is Nick Cannon doing? Everybody's like, what the fuck is this nigga on? Why he doing all this? Like, why is this happening? So I don't think Nick Cannon really talked about it or really touched on it. You know, some people know, you know, how Nick Cannon moves. He's talked about certain things in the past and how he feels about certain shit. But he hasn't really gone in depth with it. And he did that on the Breakfast Club. And me personally, I'll never be the type of person to be like, oh yeah, I know how somebody thinks, or I know how somebody moves, or I know that this person has changed their outlook or perspective on life because this is how I feel. So I'm projecting how I feel on somebody else, which is what social media is, right? Everybody on social media that has an opinion, well, not everybody. I'll say most people, the people that you can tell when somebody's projecting something, like when they're like, no, I know that this person is this and that. When you say you know somebody that you don't know and you know that they do this, even though you've never been around them, never met them, don't know their thought process, never had a conversation with them, those are the people who are projecting. People that's like, I don't know. I think Nick Cannon might or he may not. People who are objective about their opinion on shit and keep things in the air, basically, is like as far as like whether it may happen or whether it may not happen. Those are people with legit opinions about something because they know they don't know that person, But they can make some type of judgment, I guess, based on how this person is moved. Me personally, I haven't seen Nick Cannon be not a stand-up individual. That stuff happened with him in that one community where he was getting all his opportunities took and he had to apologize. Even then, I talked about that shit. I talked about that shit on a previous show a while ago, months ago, and I talked about the fact that Nick Cannon is one of those people who I think has a bigger outlook than just focusing on himself. I think Nick Cannon employs a lot of people. It's one thing if Nick Cannon was just somebody out here who was just talent and just getting opportunities and was like, oh, no, I don't want Hollywood to shun me, so I'm just going to apologize and get these roles. No, Nick Cannon has whole businesses, and he employs black people. And he has sprung a lot of black entertainers out of his own entity, which is Wild 'N Out and other shit. So I would understand Nick Cannon trying to protect his brand so that he can continue to uplift and continue to bring in young black talent and continue to help them thrive. So I understood that. He understood that, but he didn't have to explain that to everybody else because he's been doing it. He's been putting his actions forward. He wasn't the type of person that was out here just saying he wanted to do this shit for the. No, he was actually doing it. There wouldn't be no 85 South show without Wild 'N Out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that have sprung off of his platform, and that's his and I salute him for that. Now, when it comes to having multiple babies and having multiple baby mamas, we automatically look at that as a headache. And I'm pretty sure it will be a headache for him. I'm not counting that out. I don't care how good of a dude you are. I don't care how solid you are. I don't care how respectful you are. Some bullshit's going to come from behind that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I feel like regardless of what's going on, a lot of women are emotional, and I'm not saying that these particular women are the type to just go off on the rails, but if something is like, yo, I want you to come spend more time with this kid over here, and the other baby mom like, but I thought you were supposed to come over here this way, and then all of a sudden there's an emergency over here in this other state with the other baby, and then these two got to be understanding about the baby with the emergency over here. It's gonna be some type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you can have all the money in the world, but this is what I'm saying. Different states, different, you know what I mean? Like he's better off grabbing all his baby moms and having them live in one state. Because if that was a situation, I would be. And then like you got to think Nick Cannon is a very busy person on top of all of this. So like him having to run around to figure out everything that's going on with all his multiple kids and multiple baby moms and taking care of all this shit, he has to make sure he's still on point for all his other outlets in his career. Now, of course, we have a lot of people on social media who think that Nick Cannon is just somebody out here just choosing a bunch of women and just trying to pop off and get them pregnant and shit. And I'm going to read some of that shit off. I'm going to read some of their opinions off to y'all and see what y'all think. I'm going to read some of y'all comments right now before I play this clip, though. Nick always pulling out his cannon out there. Yes, I think a man can be a good father with multiple baby moms. Okay. I thought you had to be gay to make it in Hollywood. See, a lot of people think that. A lot of people think that. And I would say it would help. It would definitely help you out here, but I don't think you necessarily have to be. Marcus said, Nick been busy this past year, if you know what I mean. Reggie said, should he be having all these babies with his major health issues? That was one thing he brought up. We're actually going to bring that up, so don't let me forget that. Bring that back up later, Reggie, because we're going to talk about that, because there was something that he brought up that people were talking about. C. Mo, he said, I'm a testament to this topic. I take care of mine. That's good shit. That's respect. Reggie said, all women want them and their kids to be first, so he will definitely have issues. That could be very true. Lady Aries said to have to juggle those different attitudes, energy, and shit. Ugh. She said kudos to him on how he handles all that. And he talks about how he wants people to see. Like, he's like, I want y'all to see how I handle this. Don't talk about it. Wait till you see how I handle this. He said a king deserves many seeds. Yeah, he can plant as many seeds as he wants to, man. Nobody can stop him. Monica said he can be a good father. However, I just don't think he will be able to divide his time among everyone. Oh, yeah, you never can when you have multiple kids from multiple different baby moms. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will never be able to juggle all that shit at once. It's gonna become hard, very, very hard. But I feel like if his intentions are good, we shouldn't try to shame him or try to, you know, already downplay his ability to make that shit work. You know what I mean? If he has the good intentions behind it. External Umber said, I guess it depends on what you consider a good father. That too. That's a cap is in the building. He says some of the things he said was simp like. Explain. I want to know. And I genuinely want to know. Monica said, I think he will be there financially, but physically the kids may miss out. Now that's one thing you guys got to understand. In his position, like I said, he's a very busy person. It appears to be that he's a very busy person. So even if he had multiple kids by one baby mother, it will be the same thing. Of course, he will be able to financially take care of this, but physically being there with his kids it will be hard, even if they were all under the same roof. But here's a clip that I want to play for y'all. Him explaining a little bit of this. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't fucking block me.
Kids, though, I guess people question the different baby mothers. That's what.
But why
is.
do people question that? I mean, because that's a Eurocentric concept when you think about the ideas of like
Eurocentric. We're gonna get into that word. I know some of y'all are hip to that word. I'm like just getting hip to the word Eurocentric just because of the fact that motherfuckers are using it now to like go back into like other ways of living life. So we'll get to that. If you know about Eurocentric shit, talk about.
You're supposed to have this one person for the rest of your life, and really that's just a classified property when you think about it. I mean, like when you go into that mindset, if we really talking that talk, like just the idea that a man should have one woman, we shouldn't have anything. I have no ownership over this person. Like if we really talking about how we coexist and how we populate, it's about what exchange can we create together. So I've never really subscribed to that mentality. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I understand the institution of marriage and stuff, but if we go back to what that was about, that was the classified property. That was because a father gave another man his daughter for land. So when you really get to that concept, it's like, all right, well, we got to change all of this up because I don't want ownership over anybody. I don't have ownership of any of the mothers or like we create families in that sense of we created a beautiful entity. So I get into it because I don't, those are the concepts that a lot of people, because we're so indoctrinated into it, be like, we have to have it this way. I'm not, I don't subscribe to that. I actually think women are blessing us. Those women and all women are the ones that open themselves up to say, I would like to allow this man in my world, and I will birth this child. Mm-hmm. So it ain't my decision. I'm following suit. So
the women
I respect that game you running on them ladies. Wow, Nick, that's what you spitting? That's the dream you selling? Wow.
So the women that
they're the ones that making the choice.
So the women you have in a relationship with, they don't mind that
every woman that I deal with or dealt with, obviously my life is on Front Street. Correct. At all times. They know how I feel, and it usually is a concept. Like I'm not going around like who I'm gonna impregnate next. Like nah, it's usually scenarios and like that's the thing. People say certain things in the public, but when you really look at how a family infrastructure is designed, the woman is the one that always leads and makes the decisions.
I agree wholeheartedly. I say that all the time. I say that we had to do some real societal brainwashing to make people believe.
So, with that clip being said, I'm gonna answer some of this shit too because I saw something that stood out. I watched this interview. I was like halfway through it when I decided, I don't want to talk about this. I want to make sure y'all get hip to this shit too. Black Zen said, Nick thinks that he's dying. It's kind of irresponsible, but he thinks that his kids will be okay with the money, and he doesn't think that he has a lot of time left. He spoke about that in this interview as well. He said there was something that surfaced, a video clip from 5 years ago. Like basically 5 years ago of him talking about how he felt when he was just getting out the hospital, and people correlated that to him having a bunch of babies now, and he himself said that that is a very selfish thing to do, to go around and impregnate a bunch of women and then leave them with the kids and just be like, here's my money, you'll be okay, without even thinking about how it would be to have that relationship with those children. Like, they would want to know who their dad is. And I know that that was something that he wanted to clear up, because some people think that. Some people think that he was doing this because he thinks that his life is his life expectancy isn't that long because due to his health issues, but he says that's not the case. Sim Brown said if the women are with it and they allow the siblings to get along with each other, and since he has the financial means, it might work. Yeah, that's one thing. One thing you always have to hope in a situation like this, especially with somebody who has multiple baby moms, is to hope that the baby moms get along. Even if they don't like you, you want to hope that they get along. Because it could be a moment where some fuck shit happen, but that other baby mom that come in and be like, you know what, it's cool, he done did that shit over here, so you know what, I do this, I do that. It could be a more experienced woman, a baby mom that's going over to the new baby mom that's giving her pointers on how to deal with the nigga. You know what I mean? Like, if they get along, it'll make it a little bit more easy for you. You know what I'm saying? And I think if they get along and if they allow the children to get along, it should be able to work, especially when it's time to have like events and you have all the kids together and the whole family together. Like, I don't think people understand the family dynamic of it all, when you can actually be comfortable around your family, like when it comes to a point where everything is genuine and everybody gets along. And I think the way that he's starting it, like the foundation of this, what we have to remember is the foundation of this is him having these multiple baby moms and having these babies, but also having all of them know that this is what he has done. It's not like he's out here doing it behind their backs. This is something that I'm pretty sure all of them are in tune with, the fact that this is his mindset. Now, it's a thing that, you know, some people may call it simp behavior or talking some simp shit, but you got to understand, people evolve all the time. They change their mindset all the time. If you stay in the same mindset all the time, you're never going to grow. You're never going to evolve. You're never going to learn anything. And I think a lot of people have started to learn things about relationships over the past, I don't know how many years, but people have learned more about the things that they would like and they would appreciate or accept in a relationship, opposed to what they feel the standard is. A lot of people that want to live by the standard or live by what everybody else has deemed regular or normal when it comes to relationships, that's how this, you know what I'm saying? This is how people start finding out different ways. Like, you get into a relationship with somebody and some fuck shit happens because you really don't know this person. You, first of all, not on top of not really knowing who this person is, again, to know somebody, you're also setting yourself up to be with somebody who is feeling conditioned like they should be in something because it's the norm, when they feel like they should be all over the place type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think Nick realized that he's the all over the place type motherfucker. He's not saying, like, when he's talking about like you know what the norm is, when he's saying that, he's only applying that to himself. He's not really saying that everybody else should be doing this. I think what he's saying is that people need the reason why everybody's reacting the way that they are towards what he's doing, excuse me, is because of what the norm is. If it was normal to have the type of relationship that you would want and move how you want to move in a relationship, this wouldn't be a story. But since we've been conditioned that way, this is what happened. Let's see. Lady Aries said, I respect Nick because he lays it out on the table from the gate. He at least lets the women know from jump what his expectations are. Exactly. Trauma says, I just hope he chose the right women to carry his seed and none of them are emotionally, mentally messed up because he not going to be around for all of them. Yeah, exactly. Black Zen said, Nick Cannon's father said that he feels that Nick doesn't have a lot of time left. Yeah, well, some people don't know everything. Mr. 1 in 3000. What's going on, man? Shout out to the Book of Ronin for the 5. He said that family chemistry is viral. is vital. No more generational curses. Salute to 5150 Nation and the GMS channel. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. I don't think it's James Stevens said, I don't think it's fair to try to assess what that man's thinking is when we don't live in his head. Yeah, I think a lot of people are like assuming that he's going to fuck up. And I'm one of those people that don't like to do that for people. Y'all don't understand, like, some people think it's corny to say it, but it's real. Like, words have power, bro. Like, when you speak things into existence, when you change up the way you say shit, like when you want to do something and you say if instead of when you say if this happens, if I get here, if I do that, that if is like maybe I won't. When you put when in place of if, you letting yourself know you already gonna be there. You already called out your future. You already know what you're gonna do. It's just a matter of time. So words have power, and I feel like when you put more negativity out there in the world and on other people, it never helps the situation. As soon as a matter of fact, that's funny because when I was on the interview, watching the interview, I left a comment on there and was like, you know, one of the things that I see, main things that I do see is a lot of people that just talk about the fact that he's going to have a bunch of kids with a whole bunch of different baby moms. None of them are talking about the fact that he's going to be a bad father. You know what I'm saying? So as long as he's a good father, I think it doesn't matter how he chooses to live his life. And of course, motherfuckers on there immediately like, how we know he's going to be a good father? He has to do. It's like, come on, man. Like, people find the negative in anything. That's what's fucked up too about the internet. Some people will see a positive ass message, and then they be so toxic and so fucked up inside that they will take that positive ass comment, that uplifting ass comment, and reply to it or find a way to bring some type of negativity out of it. Loser ass activity. A lot of people really be bored and depressed on the internet, and they take that and they project that on the other people. First of all, Nick Cannon has never displayed bad fatherism. I don't even know if that's a word, but I've never seen him display that in his life. And then on top of that, you don't hear none of these women talk about how he's not a good father. Mariah Carey being the first one of them to not give a fuck to say some shit publicly and to clear the fucking air. Mariah Carey has done that several times in the past years, has gone out to say things herself to make sure they hear from the horse's mouth. Not once has she come out to say Nick was a bad dude or that Nick don't take care of his kids or that he's not there for them. Now, adding on the pile will make this shit harder. But I don't believe his intentions are bad. So we can't just go out here and do that type of shit or put this type of fucking this type of energy out for him, especially in this situation. Lady Aries said, facts. Not everyone is built like Nick, and others who choose this route, and that's fine. Black Lynn said 3 pregnancies in a year is significant. He's feeling something. I'm just concerned about his health. Yeah, that's not there is a concern about his health for sure, but I don't think he feels in his heart that his time is coming. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think that. Black Man said, I can't wait to see his Dr. Sebi documentary. Dr. Sebi has way more kids than Nick. Yeah, Dr. Sebi had a 2-year-old when he was 80-something. Like, right before he died, he had a 2-year-old. So, I mean, there's that. Eternal Umber said, I don't hear any of his baby mamas complaining. If they're not complaining, I see no reason to care. Yeah, he seems very stand-up. If he can't, DP says, if he can't drop any of his kids off to their houses so they can babysit, they should mind their own baby. I heard somebody say, if you got a deadbeat baby dad and you constantly going and breeding kids with ain't shit motherfuckers, I don't want to hear your opinion on Nick Cannon being a good dad or not. And that's facts. I don't want to hear none of that shit. If you the type out here that continue to fuck with ain't shit motherfuckers, don't sit up here and talk about a motherfucker that's actually doing what he's supposed to do or appears to be doing what he's supposed to do. And then you also have to think about the entertainment industry. How many people out here have paid no expense at or have not given a fuck about their baby dad and put their business out, no matter what level they're at, no matter how famous, how rich they are. If Nick Cannon was a bad father, we'd hear about it. We would have been heard about it. It's Nick Cannon, especially with the image he portrays. A lot of people love to fuck up somebody's image when they know them in real life. A lot of people put on a character, a fucking facade, and then after that, and behind the scenes, be the most horrible human beings ever. And you'll never know because you already got this preconceived notion of who they are, and you already think that they're this person that you've seen on social media and in interviews and shit, when behind closed doors they a piece of shit. Jay Sanders said, that's a cap said, Nick going to be on Real Husbands with Grady. Yeah, he is. I believe. Yeah, he's going to be on there. He's definitely going to be on there. Jay Sanders said, many African Americans live in a polyamorous relationship. Polygamous relationship. Many men have multiple baby mamas and many women have multiple baby fathers. We just not organized with it. I understand that. Trauma says Jay Sanders, that's one of the reasons he's replying to him. Let's see. Monogamy is natural. In a lot of places it is. But okay, so now here's another clip I want to get to.
Truth, and I'm creeping. Like, so every woman that deals with me knows that, we know what it is, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's every aspect of my life, whether it's things I spit on these mics and be like, at least what he say, he believe it, and it's true. It ain't no false pretense here. Mm-hmm. You gonna get what it get. You may not agree with it, and we can have discourse and debate, but I live my truth, and that's one thing I found. Like, if I ever felt like I was gonna be stepping out or doing this, then I live my truth, walking truth, only to truth. And
I just want to say one thing. Living your truth is imperative. Living your truth is imperative. I feel like a lot of people are very terrified of living their truth because they're really concerned about other people's opinions. You get way too concerned about how people will perceive you or how people will take you, not understanding that there is a whole demographic of people just like you. You just have to go and find those people. You have to appeal to those, and not even just appeal to those people. You have like-minded people like you. It's just that what's popular or what's considered the norm, you have to understand, not everybody that is a part of this culture of trying to be first, trying to be the fucking hot shit, trying to be the trending, on social media, go viral motherfuckers. A lot of the people that's following behind this really don't even believe in the shit. A lot of people are brainwashed to believe they have to act like this. A lot of them. A lot of people. Why you think you see so many mini-me's out here? Now, I may go off on a little bit of a tangent, but just follow me. Why you think you see so many mini-me's out here? So many people that dress the same, talk the same, try to do the same shit. There's a lot of people who be copycatting out here because they feel like they have to. When you live your truth, and when you are who you say you are, and you live that out, and speak with confidence, and with a purpose, and with intention to only be authentic and genuine, you will understand that life will be so much better for you, even in situations that are unfavorable to you. Like, not only going for just speaking your mind, but speaking up in times when you feel like you shouldn't. Like, that's living your truth as well. It's not just being like, hey, this is me, this is what I do, this is who I am. No, it's like even in moments when you just simply sitting having a conversation with somebody and somebody says something that you don't necessarily agree with, you usually think of you know what? I'm not gonna say this, even though it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm not gonna say it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to look like this, or I don't want to seem like that. Yo, that does not matter. Speak up. Speak your truth. Shout out to the $1 for AP Player for Life. You motherfucker, I'm gonna go get a gumball with that. Black Zen said his truth. He's the son of an OG who had the gifts of a prince. He's the son of a king who became one. He has a lot of options, and he always has. Yeah. Nick Cannon, niggas know back in the day, bro, Nick Cannon, one of those motherfuckers that I seen come up from Nickelodeon days. So I'm always going to have respect for Nick. I've realized that Nick was a hustler from a young age. Nick always been working. Like, he's been working for damn near 30 years straight since he was a fucking kid, nonstop, in this entertainment industry. Ayanda said, black people will continue to face the cycle issues they are facing until family structures are observed. Following the example of Luciferians like Nick Cannon will be the individual's own undoing. I don't necessarily call it that. I think it's just a change of the norm. It's a change of the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some people feel like he's wrong. Some people feel like he's right. I don't think he's wrong or right. I think he's living in his truth. AP said, giving somebody $1 is hilarious. Black Zen said, this dude knocked down Kim K right out of high school before Ray J. Yeah, he was ground zero for Kim Kardashian, if y'all didn't know. Nick Cannon is ground zero for the Kardashian family. A lot of people give Ray J credit for boosting her career, which he does get a lot of credit. Ray J dicked her into stardom, but Nick Cannon, he is ground zero for Kim Kardashian. That's what I think. Kid at Heart said, you created the kind of love you want to be in. It's unfortunate that most people are socially engineered and conditioned to thinking there's only one way to love, and if it's not, that it's evil and sad, really. That's the thing with stepping out of the fucking norm when it comes to the relationship shit. And then this is another thing I want to talk about. This is why I pulled this picture up right here. This is what people are seeing besides of seeing who he is. A lot of people are seeing who his baby moms are and singling out certain women without even paying attention to the fact that, can you answer the question? Are some of his baby moms black women? Are some of his baby moms black women? Because they're lighter. This is another thing that fucks me up, man. I am a black dude. I'm black. Look, let me turn this light off real quick. I'm black. I'm black. I'm a black nigga. I'm black. But I don't discriminate against other black people because they have lighter skin than me. A lot of y'all have this complex where y'all feel like you got to choose who a black man impregnates as far as like the hue and the darkness of who it is that he's dating. Do y'all even pay attention to the man's ideologies or what he even is out here preaching and trying to, the message he's trying to get across and who he actually gives a shit about? I was just talking about the fact that his platform brings up so many different black entertainers and puts a lot of young black creatives on, and he helps them in many, many ways. Fuck who his baby mama is. What about the work he's putting in? See, that's another thing. Y'all will sit here and pay attention to a motherfucker like Charleston White, who will sit up here and say some crazy shit about black men, and now he don't give a fuck about black men or who he don't know, but then in the same breath try to talk about the shit he be doing for the youth and shit like that. Nah, nigga, if you care about black people, you should care about all black people, regardless of if you agree with their lifestyle or not. If you want to see better for them, you should want to see better for them. Not antagonize motherfuckers or try to demean them. Do the same thing that supremacists do to keep that narrative alive that black lives don't matter, regardless of if motherfuckers is gang banging or not. Not saying I agree with gang banging, But I'm never going to dismiss my own people or disrespect my own people, especially if I don't know y'all, because I want to be a troll on the internet. Or because I want views. So yes, take a look at his baby mothers. Take a look at each and every one of them. Also another ground zero for Nick Cannon. Look at that. Look at his face. He said, yeah, I hit that. Yeah. Let's see, who's the next one? He said, yeah, I hit that as well. You know what it is. I'm Nick Cannon. The next one said, well, as you can see, I hit that as well. So I guess the rumors is true. I'll be knocking them down and I'll be leaving them out. You feel me? The next one said, I'm not even gonna look at the camera. Y'all know what it is. I bust too much. All right, you got me. You fucking got me. I'm Nick Cannon and I'm a dad of multiple children. All right, fuck. That's what that is. But I appreciate Nick for even coming out to, because he don't. When y'all think about it, niggas don't have to explain themselves, bro. He doesn't have to explain himself at all. He can do what the fuck he wants to do without having to explain it. That's the funny part about it. Let me tell you how fucking hilarious this is. Imagine a stranger walking up to one of y'all outside right now. Let's just say you walked outside right now and a stranger came walking up to you. And they said, hey, why do you do what you do? Why you got that? Why do you have, what's up? Do you know what black people do? The motherfuckers that come up to them asking questions who they don't know? Bitch, get the fuck out my fucking business. Who are you? Mind, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up talking to me. I don't know you. I don't owe you an explanation. So why the fuck does Nick Cannon owe a bunch of people who he doesn't know an explanation about his fucking life? Please explain that. Nobody does, regardless if you agree with them or not. You can have your opinion. You can have your, see, I'm one of those people that understand the basic construct of an opinion. I understand. When you have an opinion, it's just that, an opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel my opinion is more fact than your opinion. We can argue our sides, but at the end of the day, it's just an opinion. That would have been an enjoyable ride too. Eternal Umbra said, is having multiple women a European standard now? I don't know. I guess that's what we were told, right? Alma said, hey, that dude is just being fruitful. It's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, man, be fruitful, man. And then be clear about your intentions. A lot of motherfuckers like to sneak around. Now, fellas, I'm going to tell you right now from even personal experience, motherfuckers don't like to be up front. A lot of people like, and I'm telling you right now from personal experience, I know now it's better to be way up front than to keep shit inside. Motherfuckers will do all this random shit and then try to hide from who they are as a person. I feel like Nick, especially like before all this shit happened, everybody knew Nick was knocking a bunch of shit down. And his record was flawless. That man's rap sheet is incredible. No pun intended. Even like that was random too. That's fucking hilarious. But I think he came to terms with himself and was like, you know what? I can't be the person that is in a one person relationship. I'm the type of person that has love for multiple people. And if you can't accept my love for multiple people while me actually having genuine love for you, like I think it's possible for people to love more than one person. I think that's possible. I've seen people do that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, and the way that I put it to simplify that is the fact that even when you have friends and people you care for, and they don't have to be people you have a relationship with sexually. These can be your friends. These can be your family. You love more than one person. You love more than one of your friends. You love more than one of your family members. And it doesn't have to be in a sexual way. It could be because this person really genuinely compliments your life and you genuinely are happy around this person and have love for them. And this could be somebody who you would decide to create a partnership with at some point, or even if you don't. You know what I'm saying? I think that's possible. What do y'all think? I'm gonna read some of y'all comments, but let me know what y'all think. And do y'all think I'm bugging? Or y'all think what do y'all think about that? Am I glitching? Am I going in and out, or is my video good? I see Brim Dog. He said my shit is it my shit or is it your shit? Am I glitching, y'all? Lady Aries said nobody has to live Nick's life, but Nick himself. Nobody has a say in it. Period. Facts. Dub Deuce said he's doing this because these shots are designed to sterilize you. Woo! I am going to be cool on that because YouTube, they love blocking, and they just got what you call it? They just got that Velour dude. I think Velour's out for a week. That SW Velour motherfucker is out for a week for talking about that shit. I can't go. I just got monetized, baby. I can't go. Black Man said, this is why I hate Hollywood that go on and interview, tell personal shit, and then go on Twitter and ask why the world is talking about their personal life. No, that's not. That's hilarious. Trauma says, LOL, for real. Everybody is nosy. He knows that. Yeah, of course. DP, I'm still trying to figure out why is this even a topic of discussion for people? Because the norm, man, what people think the norm is. The norm. People think the norm is doing what it is that they think you should be doing. Or what the masses have produced to you, what you have been told is what they think is right and wrong. Instead of going off of how they feel, how they genuinely feel. They've been told to feel a certain way. Yanda says, can someone please explain to me how this generational wealth is supposed to come about when you have a plethora of different kids by women and making children or making child support payments? Good question. Can somebody answer that? Let's see. Lady Aries said, yes, totally possible. There are too many people in this world not to love multiple people, some sexually, some not. Arius Allen said, it seems like this dynamic is becoming more popular, so regardless of personal preference, to each their own, I guess. Big Cannon says, they said the reason why he's having all these kids because he needs a bone marrow transplant. I don't think that's the case at all. Brandy said, Nick Cannon can afford to live this way. You regular niggas can't. Ouch. Ouch. That hurt. That hurt my broke soul. I definitely do not have Nick Cannon money. Trauma said, I think he did that on purpose, a strategic move. I don't know. External Umbra said, Nick doesn't say that, though. He's fine with people talking about him online as he considers it noise. Yeah, and that's one thing I want to point out as well. Nick Cannon pointed out the fact that he doesn't get bothered by what people are saying on the internet. Just to answer that earlier when you guys were talking about that, he doesn't care. He invites it all. And I think that's another level of being more comfortable with who you are than to seek validation from the outside. You can tell when people get under your skin. When motherfuckers be sitting there talking about, I love the hate, bring it on. It only makes me more popular. It only makes me keep going. Even if I get shut down, I'll be known. Like, people will have that part of themselves where they can't even accept certain shit. And I think at this point, like the way he put it, it seems as though he accepts it to the point where it doesn't bother him because he understands who he is. When you have a full understanding of who you are, there's no way that anybody from the outside, especially a motherfucker you don't know, can dictate how you move or the things that you do. Black Zen said, child support ain't breaking Nick ever. Not at all. Especially when you are involved. Especially when you are involved. When shit is really bad and bitter and gets fucked up, then you see situations like Dr. Dre's wife and shit, who want half everything but did all of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what people get fucked up. Now, it's understandable when people talk about the things that, they contribute to the relationship and to the marriage, like taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, taking all that. Bruh, Dre is a billionaire. She didn't have to clean anything. They had a maid. She didn't have to cook anything. They had a chef. So don't talk about cooking and cleaning in a big dumbass mansion. But taking care of the kids is important. Very important. But trying to take half of what somebody, and I don't think the other thing that people don't understand is that when you start to become bitter and when you start to become vindictive in situations like that, you're going to lose a person that could possibly still want to take care of you the right way. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all not together. If you show, I feel like if a lot of people showed that respect mutually, motherfuckers don't have to worry about whether or not the father or the child is going to take care of them or their children. Keep it solid with that nigga and he'll keep it solid with you depending on who he is. Depending on how the foundation started out. It all depends on that. Some niggas ain't shit. Some motherfuckers really don't give a fuck about you, but there's motherfuckers out here who don't even necessarily have to be in a relationship with you to know that they fuck with you, they got love for you, and they want to be able to take care of you because in the beginning it started out as y'all as best friends or y'all close or whatever the case may be. You got to understand shit like that. Get yourself into a different mind state. And then on top of that, also don't think about the fact that one person is going to make your life complete. Don't be stuck on somebody. Don't think that this person is going to complete you. You need to complete you first. And then whoever decides to come into your life are just additions. They're not people that complete you. They're additional aspects to your life. This should be a person that comes into your life that is a potential partner should be somebody to be an addition to your happiness and an addition to your mental and protecting your mental health. That's already protected and you already being happy. They should be an addition to that. They shouldn't be a missing piece. You have to complete you first. Know what you're getting involved with. Trauma said, I want to see a wealthy couple break up and the woman say, I don't want nothing from him. I just want a divorce and bypass all the other drama just once. That'll never happen. The way that this shit is set up here in America. What up, Lex? How you doing? The way this shit is set up, man. I don't think that'll ever happen. Honestly, look. Just to even like, okay, let me read this comment to y'all. Somebody said Nick Cannon has literally come out as anti-choice, but you want me to believe he's super spreading his seed to every woman who will let him plant in their garden because he thinks they're their own autonomous person. What does she mean by Nick is anti-choice? I'm confused. I'm very confused. When did Nick Cannon become anti-choice, or what does she mean by what is he anti-choice about? But I do see a lot of women that are very angry about this or have concerns about how he handles his situation. He said, people really mistake how much money Nick Cannon has. He said Nick Cannon, when he realizes he'll have to do Wild 'N Out till he's 60 to pay for, bruh. Do y'all understand? Like I said, this man has been in the industry since a child. Nick Cannon is very comfortable in life right now. Nick Cannon had a choice to apologize and come back and continue to help people or just chill and live off his money and live off his bread. He continued to work. That's what he knows. That's just in my opinion. In my opinion. She said because they didn't get chose. Oh, you say he's against abortion. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, clearly a nigga out here trying to super spread his seed is against abortion. Shit. This nigga trying to get everybody pregnant. Of course he's against it. He wants to have that baby. That baby's coming. Which is why it's crazy that he is, I mean, not crazy, but it's like weird that he would even pay attention to someone like Corey Holcomb, who is like a huge, like, for abortion type guy. Dub Deuce said the welfare state got us into this mess. Gotta eliminate that shit. I hear that. Brandy said Nick don't want to make no choices. That's his problem. That's crazy. Nick Cannon is just a hotep with money. Ain't nothing philosophical about what he's saying. He just likes smashing light-skinned women raw. Ain't nothing more to it. I feel like a lot of people don't even pay attention to Nick Cannon. They just like pay attention. A lot of people pay attention to the headlines. Like this statement right here is from somebody who has only seen headlines of Nick Cannon being the person that has gotten several women pregnant over the past year. I think. No, I can't even put that in the realm of trauma. I hope that never happens. Eternal Umber said, yeah, Nick is worth over $60 million right now. He's good. Kid at Heart said, if you say you against something, don't mean you gonna stop nothing. Yeah, like if you against one thing doesn't mean you like. And then on top of that, it plays hand in hand. How the fuck are you gonna say, oh, niggas against choices, but he's super spreading his cheat? Well, say what he's against, and then have your whole entire statement look crazy. Because isn't that the point? If he's against that, he's against it, and he's out here making multiple children. That coexists together. That goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. That shit's crazy. Dub Deuce said, getting bitches pregnant before it's too late. Nah, I don't think so. What's happening, man? What's up, Brandon Lacey? Sugar Bear said, doesn't matter how much money a person has. If he can't provide for that child emotionally, physically, socially, that time spent with the child to raise up properly cannot amount to a dollar amount. Exactly. And I think he touched on that as well. He definitely touched on that. And he's like, people asking how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to be doing this, how I'm going to get to this child, how I'm going to take care of this child. He's like, just watch me. Don't talk about what you think is not going to happen. Just watch how I do it. And let's think about this really quick. Let's think about who Nick Cannon is as a person who is successful in life, who is organized, and who is somebody who is a host of a lot of things. Clearly, Nick Cannon has things planned out in life. I don't think Nick Cannon jumped in to having a bunch of kids with a bunch of different baby moms without having a plan together. Like a person who has secured the bag for many years, all of a sudden decided that he was going to gamble with his life by knowingly getting a bunch of girls pregnant. I don't think Nick Cannon is stupid. There has to be a plan behind this. And not even in a way where people think that something's going to happen to him. But I think that there's something deeper than it. And then you have to think about, like, he brought it up without having to talk too much about it. When he brought up Dr. Sebi, he said when Sebi was 80-something, when he passed, he had a 2-year-old child. Dr. Sebi had a lot of children. Nick Cannon is producing the Dr. Sebi documentary. He got several women pregnant over the past year. He brought up the Dr. Sebi interview after Nip died. And Nip died in 2019. So clearly, his research and the things that he's been learning has brought him to a point where it has changed his mindset, especially when you look up to somebody. I believe he looks up to Dr. Sebi. I believe he follows some of Dr. Sebi's teachings. So even to go deeper into that, and I'm talking about him going deeper into the teachings and learning about Dr. Sebi, it's not a surprise that Nick popped up out of nowhere and decided that he was going to start impregnating a bunch of motherfuckers. In my opinion. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Joshua said, was I the only one who thought Nick was Wesley Jonathan back in the day? Wesley Jonathan. Who the fuck is Wesley Jonathan? Let me look up Wesley Jonathan. Are you talking about Sweetness? This nigga's talking about Sweetness. Hey, it's funny because they was in the same movie together. They was in Roll Bounce together. Nick Cannon played the nigga that was giving everybody their roller skates, and this nigga played Sweetness. That's so funny. That is so funny. I used to think this nigga was Somalian. He kind of looks Somalian. But anyway, shout out to my Somalian brothers and sisters. Damn. He brought up a guy. I knew when you said that. I knew exactly who you were talking about when you said that. I had to type it first just to make sure. Let me see. Am I missing something? Dub Deuce said that documentary not coming out. Nipsey was almost finished when he got killed. Been 2 years. Yeah, I think it was more so just actually, you know what? I'm not going to say what it was. I don't know what it was. I think it's just honestly, I think those things take more time and more permission from like people who are directly involved, especially when you're somebody from the outside who decides to get involved with something like that. And Nick Cannon is somebody from the outside who decided to get involved with a documentary about somebody he has to learn. I don't think it takes a year to learn somebody, you know, especially somebody that has taught so much and has achieved so much and has made such an impact as Dr. Sebi. I don't think it takes a year or even 2 years to fully grasp everything that he was doing. His work was a lifetime of work. You can't learn that and you can't teach that in just a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can go and try to tell people the foods and shit to eat and the proper shit that they should be doing to take care of their body. But to understand and to learn somebody, because the documentary isn't just on his holistic healing and all these different properties and foods. It's about him. It's about Dr. Sebi. So we got to remember that as well. Let's see. I thought he was the same person for 20 years. He said Minnesota is cut. Yeah, Minnesota has the largest population, the largest Somalian population in the United States. They got a city down here, or there's a place down here in Minneapolis. It's called Little Somalia, but it's Riverside. If y'all don't know where that is, Riverside in Minneapolis. It's Little Somalia. He said, "If y'all don't let that man be great," but no, that's really what I wanted. That's really what I wanted to talk about, really, and honestly, just kind of get y'all opinion on it, man. Like, I think that Nick Cannon has the right intentions. I think that he's not out here just getting a bunch of women pregnant because he's some type of horny toad who can't stop fucking. I think there's a plan behind this. I think he has a solid game plan behind what's going on. I think he chose solid individuals, and that's another thing. People that's talking about his choice of women and how they too light skinned. What if he didn't find a dark skinned woman to fit that shit? Because obviously you see the people who are more against what he's doing than the people who are for what he's doing because of the conditioning that they're in and not believing in what he believes in. He could have already had prospects on the line, but they weren't down with what he was trying to do. Y'all don't know that. Y'all just assume that this is just something this man just started to do. What if these women were the perfect candidates or close to perfect candidates that he could choose to impregnate, to have kids with, and also be down for what it is that he's doing and not causing him no extra stress or no problems like that? You know what I mean? You never know. People be so sure. But only time will tell where this will lead. And all I can say is that I only hope that my man Nick can thrive in everything that he's doing, succeed, be a good father, make sure everybody's taken care of, and prove any naysayers or any negative shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? He said they just all happen to be light brights. I guess so. And I'm not hating on it. And it's not even because of personal reasons, because I understand that more black people come in more shades than one. And once we get out of that weird ass conditioning that we're in, that thinking that we're separate even though we're all black, then we'll start to get it as well. And we'll stop nitpicking stupid ass shit that actually is trying to understand people for who they are. And Nick has good intentions. Like I said, I feel like his intentions are good. Nick has never came out to be somebody who was not about what he said he was about. That's all I'm saying. But here we are, man. Hey, GMS family, thank y'all for pulling up. Thank y'all for showing up in the comments. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know I got to see them GMSs in the chat. I'm going to shout out everybody who participated. And if you didn't participate in the chat at all, leave a GMS in the chat, and I will get to it when I get to the bottom. You know what it is, GMS family. Great show, great episode. I appreciate y'all for pulling up on me. Shout out to Nick Cannon for busting several nuts. That's all I can say about that. And yes, I will say this. You're right. Black Zen colorism does exist. It does. But we also can't say that Nick Cannon hasn't put it down on chocolate women before. Just because he didn't impregnate them doesn't mean he never put it down. That's all I'm saying. But let's get it. GMS family, put the GMS in the comments. Everybody who is tuned in right now, follow me on my socials. I'm going live. Matter of fact, if you're watching me and you hear me, I'm going live on my Instagram right after this. All right? So go to my IG and tune in to my live. I'm trying to push people more to my IG so y'all can catch my lives because I play a lot of exclusive shit, dope beats, dope music. Also, I follow everybody back. Hit my Cash App if you're feeling generous today. I would appreciate it. GMS fan, put the GMSs in the comment. Shout out to Monica Salter, Black Light Zen, Sin Brown, CL, Black Man America, that's a cap. Lady Aries, Trauma, Mr. 1-in-1 3000, Realist Johnson. Shout out to the Book of Ronan with the 5 in the super chat. Shout out to everybody that hit the super chat, man. I'm forever grateful for that shit. James Stevens in the building. External Umbra. Arius Allen, DP, Player for Life. My nigga AP, what's happening? Jay Saunders. Marcus Speaks. C-Mo. Ayanda. Who else we got in here, man? Kid at Heart, J.R. Miller. Brandy, Alma Dixon, Cider. Kid at Heart, I see you. CL, Joshua Pate. Hey. Put them GMSs in that motherfucker, man. Big Cannon. Dub Deuce. Aboriginal T. Lex in the building, I see you. Hey. Sugar Bear. Dewan Isaacs, what's going on, bruh? Jason Voorhees, hope your back is okay, brother. Brim Dog, what's happening, Brim Dog? Where them GMSs at? I see y'all. Custom apparel and kicks. Custom apparel and kicks. Yes. Bad Seed ENT. Y'all niggas funny, man. Orion in the building. I see y'all. GMS family, man. Look. Marvin Thomas, what's going on? I didn't forget you. I had to scroll back up. I'm glad I scrolled back up. I don't want to forget nobody. Ayanda, I called you out. Yeah. Let's get it. Who is this calling me? Motherfuckers calling my phone. GMS family, man, I hope y'all had a good time today, man. I will see y'all back here later this week. Like I said, follow me on my socials. I will follow back. I'm about to go live on my IG in a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm going to go pick up some greenery first. So give me a little bit. And then when I come back, I'm going to go live. So y'all stick with me. GMS fam, appreciate y'all. One love. Stay positive. We out.